What's up guys, my name is Dragon, and welcome back to the Gaming Planet, and welcome back to All the Mods 6. It has actually been a little bit since I've played this, but to explain a few reasons why I am a massive idiot, we have to look at this mechanical press real quick. And go to pressing, look at that, iron sheet from the Create mod, which works for the crafting recipes I needed. Specifically this propeller, it actually works for it. It just doesn't show up in JEI for some unknown reason. So this entire thing is almost entirely useless now because I have a press. So that's all fine and dandy. I also made a building for 2 of these windmills. Don't ask me why. It's not important yet. It's just to store these things in it. But I'm also an idiot because last time I had this mechanical mixer not spinning fast enough to make the things because it just wasn't spinning fast enough. So I thought, you know what? Why not make a maxed out windmill just to make this thing spin fast enough? When in reality, all I needed is these few cogwheels, and then that's it. That's literally all I needed to get this going. And the other reason why I'm an idiot is because you see these windmills? Super ineffective. For like how much space they take up and how tedious they are to build and how annoying they are to get set up, they are super ineffective. Powerful once you get a full one set up. Like I could easily max this thing out probably on speed and have it run fine. But if you just need a simple little thing ran, they're super ineffective. There's these lovely things I like to call, water wheels, which are about 30 times easier to make and do the exact same thing. All you need is some water, and then it makes it spin, and then you can, make that go faster with some cogs, and then there you go, that thing works. And you don't need to set up a giant building just to house some windmills in it. And there's a bunch of reasons why I'm an idiot and all that, but for right now, I feel like we should move on to start actually working along some of these things, like getting some brass things made up, because there are some pretty cool things you can actually do with it. I do need to make more of these mechanical crafters, which takes brass casing. I only need 21 of them, and I have 9 already, so I only need to make a few more of them. Make that, so now we have 9 more. And now I just need 1 more craft of them. Which means I need to get more redstone. Oh, yeah, that's great. Redstone is a pain to get because I need to go down that super far. Okay. I'm gonna shove all this just not into there. I'm gonna shove it into this and just kind of put it there. This will be my create box. Because why not? Break that, shove it back into the backpack. Alright. So redstone, I'm just gonna teleport to the nether portal because this is actually kind of far down and it should get me low enough to actually get to redstone, hopefully. I'm not entirely sure about that one, but we'll see. We should be low enough to find redstone. I mean, we're at Y level 12. We'll be low enough to find diamonds at this point. There we go. Alright, so now all I need to do is somehow find my way back through the very stupid cave. I fell down the cave into the ravine. That's what happened. So I need to find that again, and then climb back up. Bam, done. Mechanical crafters are made up, which actually is good for me. Via something like that. It looks kind of dumb, and that's because it kind of basically is, but now that should be able to work fine, and all I need to do is attach it to the cogs, which actually I can do really easily. I will say that making things in this version of the Create mod, and probably because it's just running off with other mods too, it's a little bit more tedious than I would like it to be, but that doesn't really matter considering I can't control that. Shove that in there, shove this around that, and then everything else should be alloy, which I should have enough for. Now you'll see those will light up, and it will start crafting what it needs to. But this should make crushing wheels eventually, and what I can use these for is obviously making the crushed ore, which is super useful. They are a little bit heavy on the gears though, but that should be fine. So then once that's done, you'll see it'll pop down there and make our crushing wheels. It should make 2. Sick. I would try and fit them somewhere in here. I could probably just put them in the ground, like below this thing, but that would be kind of weird, so I'm not going to do that. But I'll figure out a different place to put them. But I feel like that should be a different building altogether, because this is just a little production thing for actually making stuff, create-wise, like creating the actual machines, but I should have a different building where the other machines are actually used at. So I believe I should actually get working on that. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to start working on digging out a large area under that place, just so I can hopefully get a nice place up and running where I can actually use the create machines that I make. Where is it? There's like a pulley? Yeah, rope pulley, which is super easy to make, and it works basically like an elevator, and I feel like if I have a drop down floor, that would be really cool. So I might do that. I might have a pulley under here that connects to a floor that you just kind of go down in. That would be really cool, and I wonder if I can get that to actually work. So I'm going to try that. This just changes the direction of this. Right now, if you can tell, it's spinning this way. It's spinning clockwise. If I click this, it starts spinning counterclockwise. And now the pulley goes down. I can come up, move the block under it, and do all that fancy stuff, but that's not what I want to do. All I need to do, this will be down a little bit. Actually, no, it won't. Whenever I get it fixed, it won't be down a little bit, but I need to do that. And then when I click this when I place a block here, they will be stuck together, so whenever I have the pulley up and running, it will move all of the attached blocks on it, which is super helpful. I just need to figure out to get this gear shift working the opposite way, or not the opposite way, but work on a like switch schedule thing, which I don't need. Switch schedule, yeah, thanks brain, very smart. But basically I can just have a button with the redstone links and then attach that up to a little flip thing switch that I will actually make now because I need that. If I click this button up here, you'll see that this thing will change and start coming up. And yes, this does transfer players. You can just go right on it like an actual elevator, so that is very useful to know. So it just looks like that's powering something else just under the ground, which it technically is. But there we go. Now it looks like nothing has changed, and we have a way down into our secret sort of layer whenever we have it made up for create stuff. I feel like this will be deep enough. If I need to go down any further, I can, but all I need to do now is just dig these out so this thing can actually touch the ground over here, and then just expand a little bit outwards this way. And I'm gonna start digging out a nice large area for all of the create stuff. Alright, so it's been a few days since the last time I was recording this, and of course that means new knowledge of the Create mod has been figured out. So, if you guys remember, I was using two pretty large windmills for powering all my machines. Well, if we look at this furnace engine, and flywheel, you'll see that once I actually set this up correctly and put in some fuel for both of these things, this thing generates 16,384 SU, which is just the stress capacity, and that is a ton. That's a lot more. Of course, windmills are also really powerful. If we go into this windmill bearing, get some sails, and set up a quick windmill. Now, this isn't even close to a maxed out windmill. And remember, I do have two maxed out windmills on my survival world, and this isn't even close to a normal maxed out one. But it still generates 2,560 SU. So that's not bad. That'll definitely power a lot of things, because in the Create mod, the main thing we're going to be using are these crushing wheels and a few of some other things. So let me get a few things set up real quick. But even just this one tiny furnace generator could easily power all these at a pretty high speed, probably. And it's super easy to get this set up with these hopper botany pots, just to get some oak logs in here and turn it into charcoal. Now there's a different problem with that, in that these hopper botany pots, with the best farmland, still take a minute. And the best farmland is this, it's not this insanium stuff, it's this magical fertilizer and magical soil, which is insane to make, which takes insanium blocks, so that's not happening because those are super hard to get. But the next best thing is this insanium farmland stuff, and it has a growth modifier of I think it's 0.5, meaning these things just take half the time they do. It takes 4 stacks of inferium per insanium, and we need 8. I don't know, these garden cloches will probably have to be what I use, because they grow things super quickly, and they're not too hard to make. But anyways, let's hop back into the survival world. We'll just have to take into consideration this furnace engine for some larger actual projects. But for right now, the two windmills I have will work fine. Now, actually, you may have seen during the small bit of time lapse I actually have made, or something, whatever I'm doing with this, that I made this thing, this building gadget, and that's literally just because I cannot be bothered building the walls up by myself, so I have this, which does it for me whenever I actually give it enough power. It does have a little bit, 52.2k to be exact, but that won't be enough. We definitely need more than that. Alright, so now this is mostly done. All we need to do is cover up the roof. Actually, we need to dig up the top of that and then fill it in with some more blocks. But you know what, for the time being, this is not looking too bad. Of course, we do need to fill in this wall, figure out the button stuff, fix it, all that. So I'm actually going to do that real quick. Alright, and then this inferium essence, because we need that insanium farmland to power that, the furnace engine, the flywheel, all that stuff, we're definitely going to need a lot of this to actually make the insanium essence. Of course, I'm actually going to make a farm, an inferium farm, just so we can, God, I hate getting up this wall sometimes, just so we can actually get inferium faster. But I'm not going to do that right now, obviously, because there's other things I'm working on with the Create mod. But now down there's going to be a little lonely crushing wheel, and that's it. But I hope you guys do enjoy this video, or at least I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you guys did, then I cannot speak English today. Do be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. It helps me out a ton and lets me know that you guys do actually enjoy these videos, especially this mod pack. It does take a long time to do anything on this, especially with the Create mod. But if you guys did enjoy, then do make sure to do all that. We're super close to 100 subscribers. I think we're like one off then at this point. So that'll be super cool to reach in the future. I'm gonna sort all this off camera because there's a lot to sort. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later. See you guys.